All right, hello, and thank you for being here with us tonight, whether it is in person, on the YouTube live stream, or watching in the future from a recording. So, my name is Holly Freer, and I am lucky enough to be the director of band here at Clear Lake High School. We are so thankful that we are able to present some music for you during the holiday season. Right now, you are hearing from the Clear Lake High School Jazz Band, which is an audition group that meets before school 3 days a week. We just opened with Vine Street Rumble by Benny Carter, which is from Count Basie Orchestra's Kansas City Suite, which was written in 1960. You heard from soloist Christina Miller on piano, Ashlyn Fred on tenor sax, Whitney Feiner on trumpet, and Kirsten Overson on trombone. Our next chart is a fun holiday tune we've been working on the past few rehearsals, and it's actually arranged by an Iowan. Paul Clark taught for years at Center Point Urbana High School in eastern Iowa and composed holiday jazz charts on the side for fun. We've enjoyed putting this piece together, and we know you will like it as well. Here is Jingle Bells. The final chart that Jazz Band has for you today is a fun one, and I bet you'll be able to tell that from the title, which is Fuchi Bang Wow Wow. And this is a Latin cha-cha chart that will feature a lot of soloists, and you are lucky enough to hear from Carter Malin on trumpet, Sydney Williams on alto, Anna McCluskey on flute, Emily McLaughlin on alto, Tanner Ryman on tenor, Ashlyn Fred on tenor, Nathan Lawler on bari, Whitney Feiner on congas, and Kaylee Meyer on drum set. After we play this chart, we will have a brief intermission to set the stage for the high school concert band. You will enjoy this one, and here's Fuchi Bang Wow Wow. And now on the stage is the Clear Lake High School Concert Band, and the opening piece that we just played was titled Clouds That Sail in Heaven by Todd Stalter. This piece transformed a well-known hymn melody from All Creatures of Our God and King into a thrilling fanfare and featured exciting syncopated figures and bold percussion scoring throughout. Before we move on, we have a few students to recognize. Every fall, students have the opportunity to audition for Allstate. This year was no different, even with the pandemic, but the format was different due to this, but the material was nearly the same. Students had to learn all 12 major scales, chromatic scale full range, 2 etudes that were selected by the Iowa High School Music Association, and a solo of their choice. The following students took on this challenge, and please stand when I say your name, but don't clap until we have all of them recognized. Freshmen Mia Lockwood, Annika Schallberg, and Jake Treenery. Sophomores Christina Miller, Emma Nedved, and Kirsten Overson, and senior Gretchen Getzlaff. Please clap for all of these. And out of these students who auditioned, we had Christina Miller. She was selected as second alternate on percussion, which in looking through all of the history I can, that's the first time Clear Lake has ever had a selection of any sort for percussion because it's very tough. And Kirsten Overson was selected as first alternate on horn. So this is a huge, huge, huge honor for them, and the future is very bright for these two as well as the entire band. When there are students up here who are pushing themselves to get better, it makes everyone around them better, so this is a great thing. Our next piece that we are going to play for you was originally composed by Franz Gruber in 1818 and has been popular around this time of year ever since. While Silent Night is usually written in a major key, the composer Julie Giroux chose to arrange this familiar melody in a minor key and describes Silent Night in Gotham as beautifully haunting. throughout the year, I love providing students the opportunity to work with clinicians to gain an outside perspective and to learn from elite level musicians. This year, we understandably can't bring people from outside into the school, so we tried something different. Last Thursday, we had a virtual clinic for the first time ever, and we worked with the Assistant Director of Bands and the Assistant Director of Athletic Bands at New Mexico State University in Las Cruces, New Mexico. They worked with them over Zoom during the class period, and it was really fun. We got very valuable feedback, and the clinicians were funny. It was just a great time. So Dr. Smith and Ms. Sawyer, those were who the clinicians were, they were super impressed with the level of musicianship that our students were playing with. And we're very thankful that we had the opportunity to work with them, and we're excited for you to hear the next piece because it's not easy. So Symphony number 4, just titled Bookmarks from Japan, is also composed by Julie Giroux, who wrote our last piece. This whole symphony is normally 6 movements of music, and we're just playing the second one, which is titled Nihonbashi Bridge Market. So, the Nihonbashi Bridge, we looked up pictures of it and we watched a YouTube video of it. It's pretty cool. It is a central point of development in what is now a business district of Tokyo, Japan. The composer states, "I was trying to capture the spirit of the bridge going all the way back to 1603. It started out as a fish market, but quickly became a place for other merchants to gather. The melody gets tossed from instrument to instrument, representing the continuous street hawking and haggling that was present. We get to hear satisfied vendors and customers' melodic interpretations, along with several disgruntled buyers and sellers." So, while not much traveling gets to happen this year, right now, we get to travel to Japan. So we hope you enjoy this one. And lastly, I just have some thank yous to give out. So I'm really thankful for the support from this community. So I've only been here for 2 years, and I've been absolutely impressed in these 2 years. This year, because of our community, you could really hear this instrument in the second piece, but we have a brand new suspended cymbal, and it was a game changer. I love it. It has like this really like swooshing sound. That's what you heard back there. Brand new, it's very expensive. It's a piece of metal, but it's seriously expensive, and that was donated to us, which is great. We have a new jazz drum set that you heard at the jazz band, so that's brand new this year, which is pretty cool. Just recently, we got some grants from the community for brand new drumline equipment for next year, which is a huge purchase, so that's gonna be awesome. And we also just had a brand new marching sousaphone donated to us last week, so that showed up. There's no dents in it, it's shining, it's beautiful. So very thankful for the community support here. Also super thankful for the support from the administration, because music would not happen without them wanting it to happen. So it's great. Thank you to the parents I just appreciate you sharing your students with me. We have a good time pretty much every day, and I'm just really thankful that you wanted them to keep playing music, and I'm glad that you want them to be involved. So that is what is the most important part. And then finally, I'm always thankful for students. That's why I like being a teacher. Students are the best part of this, but I can see what these kids value, and I really do think I have some of the best kids that there can be. They do challenge me some days. It's not perfect every day. Like somebody snapped my key in half. I actually have it up here if you want to see it. But it unlocks all the music rooms, and it got snapped in half earlier today. But that's okay. It was an accident, so I'm not mad or anything. But from day one, like we really do have pretty good days, and they've found ways to have fun. Even though everything is strange this year, they still want to be pushed. They want to get better. And I've seen it's really important to them to create a positive culture in this classroom. And like these kids see change every single day this year. It's just like a given that something will be different than what it was before. And they manage it. Not once have I seen a band kid be like, the sky is falling because something isn't normal this year. So they're learning how to turn obstacles into opportunities, and that's going to take them really far in life. These are really great kids up here. So thank you for sharing them with me. Our final piece that we have is a classic. You hear it every single year, and you hear it every other year here at Clear Lake. We now present to you the holiday classic, Sleigh Ride by Leroy Anderson. Thank you again for joining us, and get home safely.